We do expect a vote from the City Council in regard to the bill 1040, which is regarding homelessness, camping outdoors, and on public sidewalks. Wanted to talk to you about this, Pat. Now, you have some experience as an emergency room nurse.
I know emergency room nurses, and I have done that. But right now, what I'm doing is med-surg nursing, and we get homeless people up there.
Okay.
And I'm upset because they really don't have a voice in this, and they really should. They're trying to criminalize these homeless people, and they're not criminals. They're homeless because of what society has done, because of rents, because of just prices going way, way up and losing their jobs. It is not their fault, and they're being penalized for it.
Yeah.
And I've taken care of these people. These people who are homeless become despairing. They become mentally unstable. If I know people who have lost their jobs, all right, and that's what happens. They go downhill very, very slowly, but they do. They lose what we call civilization.
Okay.
You got to feel for them. And anyway, they don't have a voice, but I do, and I can be a big mouth about this, and I will, because of the fact that we've got to give them housing before we do anything, or else we're just throwing money to the wind, or to the people who happen to be taking money from the city of Eureka whenever there are programs. They actually add costs to things. So I would say, where is the money going? Well, it's not going for the homeless. And by criminalizing, you're not doing anything for them either, because these people are not well. And the other thing is, people think, oh, they look horrible. Yeah, they do. Well, they can also affect you. We call it trickle up theory. So if there is a homeless person who is ill, they can very easily, if it becomes airborne, they can infect other people, and they're walking all over the place. So we have to give them health care, we have to give them housing, and also people who are homeless don't live as long. And that's a real pity for this country, because a lot of people aren't living long because we don't have good health care.
So, okay, specifically back to the bill itself.
Yes.
What is your understanding about how the bill would directly affect people in terms of the court system? Like what's waiting for people when they get cited and under this bill?
Instead of like a traffic ticket, it used to be like a traffic ticket. Now they're making it a misdemeanor, and the fines can be up to $1,000. These people, if they make any money, make maybe $800 a month. Not only that, but the cops take their belongings and they destroy them. And I know that for a fact because I've seen it. And if you destroy their belongings and take their money, they have no recourse but to take it from someone else. The other thing is that they do have some programs. However, there are about 650 people who are homeless in Humboldt County, and they have 10 programs. So you tell me how that is going to help them. Because, if they get on a program, they don't have to pay anything. Well, they only have 10 programs. So this is not going to solve the issue. It's going to make me pay for their incarceration. It's going to make me pay for more cop hours. And I will litigate, and I know a lot of other people will too. So I'm not the only one.
Before we went on camera here, you were telling me that there's a similar situation comparable in Grants Pass.
Yes.
Can you talk about that real quick?
All right, so Grants Pass v. Johnson was the Supreme Court ruling that you no longer had to find people a place to sleep, that you could just ban them or you can criminalize them. Well, what happened in Grants Pass, which this is all about, is that they have an injunction against that now because of the fact that people are litigating it because of the cruel and unusual punishment part of the Constitution. It is cruel and unusual punishment to jail people who are homeless. It doesn't help anything, and that's why they are being litigated against, and it will happen in other places. So like I said, it's going to cost us money in the long run.
Okay, taxpayers are going to foot the bill.
Yes, they are.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes. And I'm a taxpayer against genocide. I'm certainly a taxpayer against criminalizing the homeless.
Okay. So I take it you're going to march down to City
Yes.
Hall today, huh?
Yes, we are.
Okay, and I do understand that that's happening shortly, and I see that you've brought a banner. You're also an artist.
Yes, I make banners for a lot of things.
I
I don't paint pictures anymore. I do banners.
So tell us, what does the banner represent? I saw an image on it. Looks like a square with some faces kind of blurred in there.
It's a cardboard box
Okay.
with faces, and you can't really see them because that's what the homeless are. They're faceless. People ignore them, except they'll sort of see out of the corner of their eye, oh, these people are sitting in a driveway, or they're sitting on the ground or something like that, and they're dirty. But otherwise, people don't see them. And that's the exact same thing that I sent before the I digress.
They
All right.
yelled free food. Right?
Okay. Yes, I have my landscaper. In fact, uses homeless people, and that's why I use him, because these people need jobs, and they're not going to get them because they only have a shower every 2 weeks. They don't have transportation. How do you get a job when it's like that?
Yeah.
And they say, then other people say, oh, it's a choice. It is not a choice. As an RN, I can tell you, addiction is not a choice. All right. These people are mentally unstable. They don't choose to do drugs. Drugs are thrown at them, they do it, and some people just get addicted. I know that there are homeless who are not addicted also.
Yeah, I mean, people come equipped with their own baggage, and then homelessness sort of exacerbates that in
Yes.
many cases.
Yes, it does.
And that's something that Jacob Rosen of the care team at Eureka has talked about with me before in previous interviews. So I'm not opining. That is a clinical.
That's where they're gonna end up. You may be living well, but your parents will not. Can I say? I may be living in a cardboard box. And I asked the council members, are you gonna arrest me? Oh, anyway.
Let's hope that doesn't happen, Pat.
Yeah, I hope so. I really do.
Okay. Will you show me the artwork?
Oh, try to. There. Yeah.
I see it.